Okay, now I would like to explain again for those who still do not understand the topic of audit report. So basically, audit report, we have two types. Number one, which is unqualified and qualified. So we name it as unqualified and qualified. Alright, if they ask you the type of audit report, we just have to, which is qualified and unqualified. But if they ask us on the opinion, so we have five. So how to derive the five audit report, which is we have to look on the situation. Number one, if the item is immaterial, or it means that this is a clean report, so it means that here, how in order to get the clean report, so unqualified or unmodified, the other name. So we have to look at slide number 10. So what is slide number 10 is actually we have to refer here. So if it is a clean report, so how to get the clean report? So here the auditor have obtained, so the auditor has obtained without any restriction all the information and explanation. So it means that here the auditor, what the auditor wants on the information, he get all the information. And number two is stated that the financial statement has been prepared according to the approved accounting standard. All right, and it present true and fair view. The third one, all the adequate disclosure for all matters is already disclosed. And then number four, reporting duties under section 266 have been satisfied. And lastly, which is no circumstances requiring explanatory paragraph or modification. So it means that here the auditor think that no need to further explain on that one. So this one will give you unqualified audit report. So if this is follows the rules, so what are the report that we would like to issue? So we have to issue unqualified, this one, the unqualified or unmodified report. So it means that this is a clear report. But if this is a clear report, but the auditor would like to highlight on something because it's not really sure on a certain things. So this is still a clean report here. All right, unmodified or unqualified report here. But if the auditor would like to emphasize on something, okay, so what the audit report should come up with, unmodified or unqualified report, but they have the emphasis of matter paragraph. So it means that here the auditor would like to emphasize on something. For example, that relate with uncertainty or going concern. So it means that here it stated that the report shows true and fair view, except it shows that maybe for the going concern for the next few years, the auditor think that these are the things that he would like to highlight. So this is what the report should issue, unmodified or unqualified, but they have the emphasis of matter paragraph. So this is what we can see here. This one is unmodified, is really satisfied, but this is unmodified or unqualified, but the auditor would like to emphasize on something. Okay. All right, next one, this one, which is the audit report, which is if the item is material, so it means that they tend to change the decision of the users, but not pervasive. Pervasive, it means that it will not affect the whole financial statement. All right. So material, but not pervasive. So what type of report that we have to issue is qualified or modified. So it means that here qualified, it means that bersyarat. Okay, so qualified or modified with the except for. So we have to look on the condition whether this is scope limitation. Scope limitation, it means that you are not able to perform your job. It doesn't matter in what situation. Either you are restricted from doing your job, or you are unable to find the things that you want. For example, you have been appointed on February, but the accounting period is last on 31st December last year. So it means that you still are not able to perform your job because of scope limitation. All right. Disagreement with management also, the other criteria. Disagreement means that you are not disagree. If the management say A, you would like to say B. If the management say yes, you would like to say no. So this is what we call disagreement with management. And you have to look the scope limitation and the disagreement of management. This is material, okay, the material item, but not pervasive. So it means that it will not affect the whole financial statement. So what are the report that you have to issue? Which is qualified or modified report. Now, if the financial statement, all right, is material, so something that will affect the decision of the users, and pervasive, so it means that it's going to affect the whole financial statement. So what are the report that you will have to issue? Disclaimer, all right? So you have to issue disclaimer in what condition? If this is scope limitation. So what is disclaimer? Disclaimer, it means that you would like to say that unable to form an opinion. So it means that here, you couldn't say that the financial statement shows true and fair view. You are unable to give whether the financial statement are true and fair view. So because of scope limitation. Scope limitation, it means that you couldn't do that. So how come you can see that the financial statement is good or bad? So it means that disclaimer, it means that you like to say that you are unable to come up with opinion. Alright, the next one is adverse. So adverse is the worst scenario. Why the worst scenario? Because it should be material and pervasive, but adverse is come from the disagreement with management. So disagreement with management, the management say A, you would like to say B. So adverse is actually, you say the financial statement is not shows true and fair view. So it means that here, you say that this is the worst scenario, the financial statement does not shows true and fair view.